everybody. Welcome back. Now, before we bring the next person up, let me remind you guys and get my water bottle out of the picture. Let me remind you guys that we had some technical difficulties. Who knows? Maybe the happy duck on StreamYard had a headache this morning, but the link wasn't working right. So we've been sending the links out to everybody who's a guest coming up today, both the morning and the afternoon. If you're watching and you haven't gotten an email from me or an email from your agency telling you the new link, please inbox me, by sending me an email, or if you have my cell number, text me and we'll make sure you have the right link to log in, because this is fun. This is what it's all about. And I don't want anybody to miss out because the duck decided to get an attitude. Okay, back to regular work, because a good friend of mine is coming up. We used to call her our secret weapon. Now she's pretty much our secret connection, but she's one of my good friends. And honestly, a lot of the people you're seeing, like Marcy, you would have never seen if I had never met this woman and she had never introduced me to Greg Reed. So I want to thank her so much and introduce her and bring her to the show. Shannon Parsons, oh my God.
Hey.
What's happening?
It's so good to see you. And I've got my water ready to go. So ready to have some fun with you, Tico.
I saw when Marcy said drink, you actually, I could see you in the green room going, yeah, I got mine. I get it. Okay. You're amazing. Thank you. A lot of the women that have been here today is because of just you tipping that domino and connecting me with Greg Reed and the Secret Knock family and Prosperity Camp and all of that. And now it's like we filled up International Women's Day in 9 days. We actually turned away, I think, 12 women that couldn't get in this year that are already asking, can we book for next year? So, and a lot of that is because of you and all that you do to support everything that we do. So I just want to start there by saying thank you. And then, let's talk about what's going on with you now. What's happening, my friend? What is going on with you?
Well, so much. So one, we're getting ready for the next Secret Knock, which is just in like a week and a half. 2 weeks, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's speeding up quickly. So getting ready to interview amazing people from around the world and then getting to connect with amazing people from around the world. All of our friends coming back to see us again, getting ready for another soiree. So I'm trying to pick up my dress so I can look fabulous. And the other thing that I'm doing is working on Traumacon. And I know that you and I have talked about that a little bit, but really getting ready to see what that looks like to bring it out into the world. And we just got our logo. So first steps.
Awesome. Can we share a little bit about what Secret Knock is? Because I'd rather it come from you. I wish Greg could be here, but it's International Women's Day. So I have to catch up with Mr. Greg later. Can you just share a little bit about what Secret Knock is and what Prosperity Camp is? Because I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So Secret Knock is this amazing place where business owners and people from around the world come to collaborate, network, create new business, make new best friends. And there's only one rule, and it's be cool. So we vet everybody before they're allowed to purchase a ticket. And that's because we only want high vibration people coming, people who are solution focused, who really want to make a difference in the world, who want to make a big impact while making a big income. And when we can bring all of these people together in one room, the energy is just amazing. So that's like on the side with all the people. Then we have the stage time where we bring in people who are the pioneers in their business, creating new things, actors and actresses who are making waves in the world, sometimes good, sometimes bad, you get to choose. But it's always this high vibration thing. And Greg likes to call it the unevent, because it's kind of like a conference / TED Talk / game show, because he can't sit still. So he's always running around handing out prizes to people. We want people to react and stand up and banter and be part of the entire event. So it's not where you're just sitting there and you're like, yay, another speaker. Whoa. It's like, no, get up. And if you agree, shout out. If you disagree, raise your hand and challenge the person. We want to make it fun and interactive. And Greg's been doing it for 15 years now, which is really exciting because we've got quite the reputation, as you know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And as somebody who had the honor of being on that stage last year at the last Secret Knock, it changes your life.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
got to
there was,
interview Jerry Mathers.
yeah, I did. I did, you know, Leave It to Beaver. I was like, ooh, I was also very nervous, but it was so much fun. I
Well,
got to
you were a
tell
trained
you,
professional, so you got it good.
yeah, well, so they say. Anyway, now before everybody starts writing us, no, yes, it's in 2 weeks. It's been sold out forever, so no, you can't go. Yes, there'll be
On the
another one
waiting list,
next year.
vote for next year, yeah.
Yeah, next there'll be another one next year, and you can go to secretknock.co
Mhm.
and or go look for Greg Reed on you know where Tigo Direct because he's been on our show, and his contact information is there, secretknock.co, and you have to apply to be even in the seats in the audience. You have to apply to
Yeah.
be there. So don't write me and say, "Oh my God, I had to apply." I told you. I told you. Now. Moving on down the road, I hope Greg is watching. Hi, Greg. What is Traumacon and when is it? What are we doing? How are we setting it up? What's going on?
All right. So Traumacon is my own event, and I've got a team that is really rallying behind me to help me. So my passion is actually in helping people overcome emotional trauma. So
Mm,
Traumacon is this idea of being able to bring trauma education more mainstream because a lot of people actually don't know what trauma is. They think it's something that PTSD people get from going to war. But really, as a human, we all experience trauma throughout our entire lifetime because it's the way that our body's organism keeps itself alive and continuing. But what ends up happening is we get triggered in our everyday life by things like stress, anxiety, things that happen to us in our childhood, and we don't really understand why. Or sometimes we think,
mm.
oh, I know better than this. Like we know in our heads, why am I still doing the same thing, the same pattern that is self destructive? And it's usually because there's some kind of trauma that happened to you in your past and it's causing this trigger. Your body thinks it's doing you a favor. Your body thinks it's trying to help you. Even if something seems negative, at least it's known because the unknown makes the amygdala go, ah, death. So all of that to say, there are so many aspects about trauma that most people just aren't aware of. And there's not just one way to heal trauma. There's not just one way to overcome it. There are hundreds of modalities that are going to be able to help you. And if I can create an event where I can showcase these different modalities, then everybody watching or listening or participating can go, oh, that one might work for me, or that one might work for me, or these two together might work for me. And so it's really about creating an awareness that there are so many ways for people to find a way of healing or overcoming these triggers that they feel like they don't have control over.
So if they participate by either watching, attending, they don't have to necessarily share their story if they're not ready, right? Because I love what you're doing. I think it's amazing, but I think quite a few people will be, oh, I want to be a part of it, but I'm not quite ready to share. Do they have to share their story?
No, so imagine 500 people in a room, and we're going to bring in experts that are going to be sharing their different modalities, the success stories, and what it looks like. So we'll have some keynote speakers, and the audience will be about 1/3 therapists, another third like frontline people, so counselors or teachers, that kind of thing. And then the other third, just regular everyday humans curious about their own well-being. So once we leave the main stage, we'll have breakout rooms. So if you're a therapist and you want to learn more about this modality and maybe even get certified in it so you can add that into your tool belt, then you go to that room. And if you're somebody who wants to learn about it for yourself, you can go check out that room and vice versa. So it'll be a very interactive thing where everybody's getting what they're wanting, and then we bring everybody back together. And my idea is to make it very fun and lighthearted because we think of the word trauma like dun dun dun, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. There's art therapy and music therapy, and if I can create this event where it's lighthearted and you get to feel that hope, then that's the ultimate goal. So I'm excited. We're looking at launching it in November of this year. So we're really busy right now. The team is putting everything together to get this launched out. So it's been a
Well, you
busy.
know, my birthday's in November, so don't do it on my birthday, and then I'll make sure I'm there. No, I'm kidding.
Which
I'll be
day's
there
your
no matter what. You know
birthday?
that. You know I'm there no matter what.
He
You
goes
know I'm there no matter what.
birthday.
Well, our business partner, Ann Anders, is out there and she's watching and she says, sounds very interesting. Hey, Ann, glad you're watching. You're out
Hey,
there.
man.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I totally want to be a part of this. And we're going to do this. And you know, anything I can do to help, I'm there. So just say the word. I got your back. But I got two other things we got to talk about before we let you out of the hot seat. One, you're a part of the Now Honors coming up. We moved it to October 14th and 15th, but you are our rising star. And for everybody out there, yeah, there you go. You know, if you want to know what a rising star looks like, boom, there is a rising star. Shannon is amazing. I want to thank you for being a part of the Now Honors this year and agreeing to be our rising star honoree. I think you're amazing. You're fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel honored to be honored. And with someone like you, who is such a pioneer in making things happen, making a difference, especially for women, charging. You're one of those people that you're like, I don't know what the word no is. I just see what I want and I go for it. And you know the importance of having an amazing team behind you. So I love that I get to be honored by somebody like you.
Oh, thank you. Then the other thing I've got to kick on is the fact that it's International Women's Day, and hopefully women and young ladies from around the globe are watching and will be watching later because we're going to re-air this on podnation.tv. I've got to ask you, if somebody's thinking, I want to be the secret weapon, or I want to be an MC, I want to be a best-selling author, what would the Shannon Parsons say to that young lady or that woman who's ready to change her career?
Oh, that's so great. Number one, just make the decision that that's what you want to do. Decide that you want to do that, and then figure out who's already done it successfully. Don't waste your time asking people who've never done it before. Go to the source, someone who's done it, and ask them for them advice, ask them for their counsel, because they know the ins and outs. They're going to know all the shortcuts, all the ways to help you be successful now instead of having to do all the trudgery. So yeah, decide that you want it, reach out to the people that have done it, and let them pave that way for you.
Well, I want to thank you, my friend, for being on International Women's Day today. You are fantastic. But I knew you'd be here. Anytime I call, you say, hey, if I could put it in the schedule, I'll be there. That is awesome. You are the best. And I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks at Secret Knock. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
I love you, Tico. Happy National Women's Day to everybody. May your day be as bright as you are.
Thank you. And if you guys want to get in touch with Shannon Parsons, you know what to do. Go to tigodirect.com, type in Shannon, or you might type in secret weapon. We may have done that. I don't know. And her contact information bio will come up. Fill out the little form and she'll get it in her inbox and reach out to you. That's how you reach Shannon. You are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye-bye.